Hello there, welcome to my digital nomad channel. My name is Dilshan, and on this channel I share with you the wonderful experiences that I have traveling around Europe and working remotely. This is my second week in Italy, where I start near Pescara and head down the coast to near Bari, and this is what I got up to. Hope you enjoy it. It is now Wednesday the 19th of October. I've been keeping my head down trying to do some work, so keeping it quite low key, but it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. After some work this morning, decided to go on a bike ride. I've headed to a place called Chieti. It's a very pretty town built onto a hill, about half an hour outside of Pescara, and as you can see it's pretty hilly in the background. So the route I've chosen is about 24 kilometers uphill. The scenery should be good, so and it's very warm, so yeah, really looking forward to it, and we'll check in later. So I made it to the top of the climb. The climb is called Passa Lanciano. It was very long. It was actually 24k climb from, and I'd already cycled an hour, so it took me quite a while. I'm a bit tired, but haven't done a climb like that in ages. And I got to the top, and it's actually a ski station. So you can see the ski lift there. But yeah, it's really beautiful here. I love the mountains. The quality of the air is quite something. But yeah, there's no one around here at all. Just a couple of cars, a couple of motorcyclists. Very peaceful. The climb reminded me a lot of Australia. Whereas the Alps is quite open, this was actually lots of high trees and covered, similar sort of road surface as well. So that brought back memories. But now looking forward to the descent, and then hopefully a pizza tonight. It is now Thursday the 20th of October. I had a very good bike ride yesterday, so I haven't done that sort of climb in a while, and many people are not aware of this, but the last time I did a climb that high and that long, it didn't really go well for me on the downhill, if I'm honest. The uphill went fine to Mortirolo. I was staying in a place called Aprica, in the Dolomites in Italy, and very tough climb. Got to the top, took about an hour and a half, similar to yesterday, and then on the way down I crashed and ended up in hospital overnight. So yeah, I had a pretty bad experience. So I was yeah, glad that I made it down all fine. The confidence is well and truly back, so I took it easy, of course. There are a few things that I learned from my crash. Number one, wear a helmet. So that's now twice I've crashed. The last time was in 2016. And yeah, the helmet definitely saved my life. And any cyclist, whether it's just commuting, I definitely recommend wearing a helmet. And also company Giro, specifically model Atmos. That's the same model that I use for both, so highly recommend that. And also take care down the descent. So I really don't have any recollection of the descent, and that's pretty normal according to the brain specialist. However, I tend to go in a meditative state sometimes when I'm cycling, and I think that was the case then. So now I pay 100% full attention to me, what's aware. So yeah, so going down was really good. Got some lovely speeds. The scenery was good. Took some great photos. Had to stop, which is quite nice. So now, yeah, just chilling this evening. Just to give you an idea of the sort of places that I stay on my travels. So I'm in the middle of like a, I don't know if that's apple or wine. I think it's wine, but vineyards. And then there's a house. That's my car that I use for my travels. And I've actually got an electric gate, so I've really lucked out with the accommodation. So yeah, it's been good, and of course lovely weather. Had a very enjoyable pizza last night, one of the best I've had. Really fair, really great. The chef, she spoke English, so I had a good chat with her, and she was quite proud that I really enjoyed the pizza. So yeah, so getting ready to set off tomorrow. Do a couple of hours of work in the morning. And then I'll head to a place called Viest, further down the coast. It's it's right on the edge of the east coast. It sort of juts out towards Croatia. So really looking forward to that weekend. Then there is potentially a bike ride that I'm going to line up as well. So yeah, really looking forward to the weekend. So I'm driving down to Viest. I'm about an hour away. I decided a couple of things to stop off for a bit of lunch and pick this beach. It was quite nice. But also it is now 1 p.m. and I have a meeting at 1:30. So I shall log on using my mobile and my Mac, and have a meeting, which is quite handy. And one of the gems are working remotely. There is one thing I'm a bit worried about. So I just got to this beach and it's pretty deserted, but as you can see in the background, there's someone's stuff there, but there's no sign of that individual at all. Not on the beach, not in the water, nowhere. It's a bit strange. I hope nothing sinister has happened, but not a lot I can do here. So yeah, looking forward to Viest. Apparently it's going to be quite beautiful, so yeah, I should be there after my meeting in about an hour. So I've arrived in Viesta. The drive was good and the meeting went well. So I got some more work lined up next week, which is really nice. So I got to this town. It's very small. I've literally covered it in about an hour. So I'm just chilling by the water, having a drink, and then definitely going for a pizza tonight. There's one place that I've been recommended. It's meant to be amazing. But yeah, walking around, very pretty. There are plenty of pretty little towns in Italy that not many people go to, which is quite nice. So still working out a plan for tomorrow. Obviously it's Saturday. I'm thinking of a bike ride. However, the drivers are pretty ridiculous over here. It was quite scary at some point. They seem to treat it like a racetrack. So there is one route I might do. So I'm probably going to do a recce mission and see what it's like. Otherwise, I'll probably go for a run in the morning. We'll see. But yeah, going to chill out here. Pretty quiet weekend plans because there's not many people around. But yeah, looking forward to just chilling. It is now Saturday the 22nd of October, and I've had a lovely day exploring the sights of Viesta. I went for a run this morning. I didn't do it a bike ride, so when I was driving here yesterday, the roads were very narrow and the drivers tend to use it like their own private racetrack, so it was going to be a bit risky. So yeah, so the run was good, and then I decided to go for a very long walk. I ended up being about 13 k's in the end. Took over 3 hours, which was nice, to the next village along. And there was nothing open, so no bars or restaurants or shops, so I decided to head back for lunch. As you can imagine, I'm a bit tired, so definitely go for a siesta in a bit. But yeah, this place is awesome. So you know, if you are around this part of the world, definitely go for a visit. It's a very pretty little town. The bed and breakfast I'm staying is wonderful. It's run by a mum and son. At a breakfast I had a pistachio croissant, which was absolutely delicious. I've never had one before, but yeah, it was great. I'll put a link in this video because I'd highly recommend it. So tonight I walked past the bar. We'd had banging music, and it's actually open 24 hours, so definitely go there for a beer. We'll try and find a better pizza. The pizza wasn't that great last night. It was okay. And the gelato was not that superb, so I've got some work to do there. So tomorrow I've got about a 4-hour drive to where I'm going next. Not quite Lecce, but nearby. So I'm staying there until Friday and doing some work. It's in the hills, so I'm definitely going for some bike rides. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to Lecce. I've heard some very good things about it. So yeah, but all in all, yes, very nice. Highly recommend. So I made it to Martina Franca. Wasn't the best drive, if I'm honest. There are drivers who seem to use the public roads as their private racetracks, and they go way over the speed limit. The exits and entries were very short as well, so you had to be really aware. So, but got here in the end. Really nice apartment, lovely couple that I'm renting off until Friday. The cycling looks good, and I have a lovely welcome party of this little cutie. So yeah, so I think I'll find a new friend to play around with, which is quite nice. So yeah, so the plan for the week, I'll be here until Friday. Got quite a bit of work to catch up on, and then plan my trip to Lecce for the weekend, so I'm really looking forward to that. But it looks like this place sits on top of a climb of about 400 or 500 meters, so I'll definitely go for a bike ride tomorrow, and then hopefully get a couple more in as well. So it's been a great week. I've seen a lot, not as eventful as a week before, but I do love Italy. I think the people are just so fantastic. The food is great, the scenery is great, the history is fantastic. So thoroughly enjoyed it, and looking forward to exploring this area for the next 5 days or so.